Welcome back to more Tokyo Xtreme Racer. So, last time, we got very lucky against Lonely Wolf for Wanderer, but also, more importantly, took down 3 of the 4 Heavenly Kings of the 13 Devils, the Elite 4 if you will. 1 more to go, and then we have another boss to take on afterwards. And we also took down 2 teams, G&K Racing and 2 Limits, so yeah, we're looking good. And because we only have 2 bosses left, let's get on those soft tires. Alright. The Soon Tail Gunner, he's at near the parking areas, which works out for us, so yeah, let's go check him out. So, we got some more dialogue here. Yo, this is huge. The 4 and 4 Heavenly Kings of the 13 Devils are back on the Shuto Expressway. Guess those rumors about Sid Emperor's return were not just hot air after all. Even the mighty ultimate unsinkable ship with such odds against them serves him right. Real room for the 13 Devils, any particular reason? I became a racer because I looked up the Sid Emperor and the 13 Devils, and now they lost to some nobody came out of nowhere. How can I not be pissed? Well, I get where you're coming from, but the 13 Devils stars nobodies too, right? Well, since Sid Emperor debuted, he apparently had the same explosive impact as Ultimate Unsinkable Ship does now. Always appearing out of nowhere, they say. No way, Sid Emperor was way more amazing than Ultimate Unsinkable Ship. Well, looks like he's got the vote fan. With support like that, I guess being a racer pays off, huh? So yeah. So that was interesting though. Like again, you when you do play these games and you're not I'm gonna say when you're not Sid Emperor, but yeah. Of course comparisons are gonna pop up because your Sid Emperor basically did what you did in TXR2, so yeah. Anyway. More Wanderers. Racing Looking Man. Fire Legends an F1 engineered designer. Among Shuto Expressway Street he stands out his advanced car expertise. If you own more than 15 cars, you might gain his recognition. His bar for a car enthusiast is that high. You mean me and you need to be driving a 240Z development. So he's got quite a lot of requirements. The former 4 Heavenly Kings of the 13 Devils all showing up together is definitely exciting. It looks like the full 13 Devils will be reuniting. Same goes to the Zodiac. Some have changed their names in Troy B Legend, but the full original Zodiac line will never come together again. And that's how Legends look. It'll definitely meet again someday, it's just a literal thing from outsiders. Not exactly why you need to burn what's happening now into your memory. That's how I kept watch over the history of the Shuto Expressway. Alright. Saying which, Whimsical Jovar. I have another person called Eve. Have I shown it to you before? My memories when I'm hurt are a bit fuzzy. Just kidding. I remember everything when I'm Chinatsu too. I didn't remember when I'm battling as me, my driving skills improved. Chinatsu's just shy, that's how she plans to remember. She used to be called on the Zodiac and Baron, but she's cute, right? We get the chance to race it again. Alright. So again, yeah, like I said, Whimsical Juravac used to be Exotic Eve, who, probably one of the most notable members of the 12 Zodiacs, other than, the leader and then another person, and Ito and Kaburuda. On the road. Yeah, that team is interesting, let's just say, so yeah. There's a little bit going on with them, so yeah, which we'll definitely think about. And you approach my stubborn straight. Is this Daikoku Parker? So apparently he's gone with the boss, so yeah. So apparently it's because on the top races for us two showed up, so yeah. And yeah, we'll talk about that later. Let's go take on the Soon Tail Gunner, and this should end the night then, so yeah. And in the meantime, let's yeah, I guess think about what I want to talk about later, so yeah. Anyway. Righty, so what we got here? So yeah, let's go take on the Soon Tail Gunner. He also switched out his car. He used to drive FC RX-7s, now he's driving FD, so yeah. So that's interesting. Again, like I said, yeah, I kinda wish he did drive the FC like he used to, but hey, I guess this makes him more dangerous now, doesn't it? So yeah. Anyway. Get past him. We don't have the engine up right now, so we're definitely a bit weaker now. But we do have nitrous, and looks like you got stuck in traffic, so yeah, can't really do much about that now, can you? So yeah. should have mentioned this, but yeah, all of them, yeah, like I said, in Tokyo Xtreme Zero, they were basically the final bosses of each area for the 13 Devils. And then in TXR3, it was actually pretty similar, where like, except for Dream Spirit, because again, like I said before, he wasn't in that game because Honda's on the game. But yeah, like Dying Star, I'm pretty sure, was the final boss of Shinkancho. Yeah, and then Tail Gunner was the final boss of Yokohame, and then Shadow is the final boss of Yokohama. So yeah, Yokohama was in TXR3, it's the only game with that was a thing. So yeah, but anyway. So now let's actually talk about this. After the battle back at the parking lot, a familiar machine caught my eye. A vibrant yellow arc sight was stood against the Shuto Expressway night view. It was Cinderella past midnight. Good evening. Beautiful night, isn't it? Looks like you got a lot better since we last met. Even the former 50 Devils could stand a chance. Beat me after all. Anything less wouldn't sit right with me. Remember what I told you before? You have that radiance, a feeling as dazzling and hot as life itself. I think that's what qualifies you to challenge the Sith Emperor. Someone who awakens that excited, unwanted small feeling. Someone who ignites the itch in your heart. I think the Sith Emperor needs a rival like that right now. Is there a past midnight know something about the Sith Emperor? Just as I was about to ask her. A golden machine appeared with flare, drawing every eye in the parking area. The man who stepped out was just as flashy as his ride. Oh, but this isn't Miyagawa-kun. Long time no see. What brings you here? I came to mock you. Yeah, this is a reference to a meme where, let's just say the person he looks like says, I came to laugh at you. So yeah, they definitely reference that. But anyway, that's what you hear, right? Still leading up to it, I see. Makes me feel bad just watching you. Not trying red anymore? Well, color I tried behind the Crimson Devil. Nothing more, nothing less. I came here to speak about your man. Ultimate unsinkable ship. You who would challenge the Sith Emperor. Surely you won't say you can't beat the Crimson Devil. Show me. Let me see this new town that's got the Shuto Expressway buzzing. He's saying he wants to race Ultimate Unsinkable Ship too, but I'm not worried about you. Go get him. Now a legendary street racer. Yeah, I think that's a pretty fitting title for us. Alrighty, oh boy, Crimson Devil. What was he saying that was a reference to me? Well, we're about to find out. You'll understand if you do a certain series and you look at what his car looks like, so yeah. But anyway, let's look at pursuing Tail Gunner now. Kenshi Naito, his job is also unknown and he tries his own custom RX-7. A legendary street racer wants to do as one of the 13 Devils. Along with Shadow Eyes, he left the Shuto Expressway for a while to hone his skills in the mountain passes. I should have mentioned that, but yeah, there's a reference to Tokyo Xtreme Drift 2, where yeah, a lot of the 13 Devils will go off to the mountain passes to become better, basically, and also try to take it over. They were unsuccessful because of the player and also Kingdom 12, which yeah, this series does like you know, big teams like that, not those stuff anyway. So yeah, now let's keep talking. His newly acquired FD boasts astonishing acceleration thanks to his meticulous attention to suspension tuning. His strength lies in accurate situational judgment, and he adheres to a model of solid driving, never taking reckless actions. His sense of rival is temporarily strong, and there was a time when he became a shell of himself after witnessing defeat of Sith Emperor. And yeah, we're getting more and more and more closer to Sith Emperor, it feels like, with each rival we beat from as a new generation. But anyway, the Devil has come. Let's take one. So he's right there. He's C1, which we had a close call with Lonely Wolf. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Huh? But anyway, yeah, I'm definitely a bit into it. Crimson Devil is normally one of the last bosses you fight in a TXR game. So yeah. Like yeah, when you're fighting him, you know you're close to the end of the game. So yeah. So this is gonna be quite the intense battle, I think. And yeah, his cars are always extremely scary looking, as you can see here. So yeah, he's not driving red anymore. He now has a golden VAB WRX. And it looks a bit familiar if you like a certain other series, let's just say. So let's take it on. And we'll definitely be talking about what series that is later. So yeah, again, we won't use the NOS yet. We want to wait for up this corner, and then we'll blast. There we go. I'm going to use a little bit more to get in attack range. There we go. Luckily though, he's not hurting me too badly, so yeah. And he also has a Bora too, because yeah, he's cool like that. But yeah, he was one of the 4 devils in Tokyo Extreme Assault 1. He was one of the Zodiacs in Tokyo Extreme Assault 0. And yeah, pretty much after that, he's always been a late game boss. So yeah, he's quite intense. But we did it though. We managed to get him on Ginza once again, so yeah. So this is what you feels like. Here, my thanks, that was a good battle. Can you imagine yourself as the strongest? Find that glory like solitude, unquenchable thirst. 4 years ago, a man defeated every street race of the Shooter Expresso and stood at the top. And forged a new legend, that man lost like he needed most, his rivals. And so, seeking an even greater stage, he left the Shooter Expresso with his mental. I can't accept that. How can I let him just walk away victorious? We need someone to fight. I'll stand in his way again and again. We, the racers, remember the old system, are trying to reignite the fire in his heart, each in our own way. The next gen challenger dares save the Sith Emperor. I can see that spark of fire start radiating within your soul as well. Alrighty. And now, yeah, we can now get the engine upgrades, which is good. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that, yeah, I probably need to save my BP for the other upgrades. So yeah. Let's see, power unit, exhaust, intake, and yeah, we could have actually gone power unit level 7. So yeah, that's gonna have to wait for a little bit. I actually thought that would be in the next stage. So yeah, that's okay. It does seem that, yeah, power unit 6 gets a little bit of love, so yeah. So yeah, to Byron 10. You can get to... Now we actually have maxed out exhausted intake. That puts us at Byron 14. And then we get to Byron 19. But we get even more thanks to the entrance, so yeah. So we need like 100 more BP. We can do that. With Club Garuda and the bosses that are coming up, we could definitely reach that, so yeah. But anyway... Let's look at, actually let's do that reference first, because we need to talk about Crimson Devil, because again, he's very interesting. So yeah, Crimson Devil. We'll read his bio first, then we'll talk about what he's a reference to. Raito Miyakawa, job unknown, and he drives the special Crimson Devil Subaru. Once one of the legendary races known as the Zodiac, he harbors devilishly ambitious desires. Even now, he watches like a hawk for any opportunity to shoot down Sith Emperor and reclaim the throne. A natural show-off with his machine and personal appearance have earned him a devoted following among certain fans. The machine's performance is flawless, boasting terrifying acceleration and power. His devilish strategy involves letting opponents take the lead first, then he should fear as he hunts them down from behind. Alrighty, so... he is, well, a reference to Gundam, if you could tell already. So, yeah, the thing about him is that, yeah, his cars in previous games all referenced Char Aznable, I believe, one of the most important characters in the Gundam series. And yeah, they were all red, and they all had design features very similar to mechs that Char would use. And yeah, Char's kind of influential because yeah, he even had a small appearance in Persona 5. Kind of. A small reference, I should be saying. But anyway, if you know, you know, let's just say. But he goes by, well, I don't know if this is actually said explicitly, but yeah, he has another guys, let's just say, Quattro Bagina, who, yeah, if you go back, if you look at what Quattro looks like, he looks just like Crimson Devil in this game, so yeah. And then the reference to the car in this game, so yeah, like I said before, his cars used to reference mechs that Char would drive. Basically, yeah, the design features would be very similar to those mechs, and you have numbers on the side which basically tell you what it's referencing. In this game, it's a little bit different. It's golden this time because now he's referencing one of Quattro's mechs, which again, he probably is Char, so it's still kind of similar reference. The reference here is the MSN00100 Hayukushiki. And you can tell that because of, well, the basically this part here at the back, that's basically like the jetpack the mech has, so yeah. And I think the front also looks like the face of the mech too. And then the feet looks like the wheels because they're red. And then there's blue on it too, which the mech also had. The reference is pretty deep, so yeah. So again, yeah, that was very fun to talk about. Again, yeah, Crimson Devil, in fact, yeah, his sticker 2 could also be a reference to the Red Comet, which is the nickname for Char. So yeah. We'll talk a bit more about this later because, yeah, or in a little bit, because, yeah, I think while we do talk down Kakuruda, I kind of want to talk about Nex as well. But anyway, you can also get Crimson Devil's card if you so wish, because, yeah, again, if you really like Gundam, you'll probably like it a lot, so yeah. You also got some other cards, obviously. You got Sports there, so you got Kakuruda. Yeah, there's a custom card from one of the members of the team, so yeah. And yeah, it looks like a crazy taxi now, doesn't it? Then after that, we got Nightmare, which is Dream Spirits Custom NSX. And yeah, I really like what it looks like. Again, it's not very powerful, only 333 PS, but yeah, it just looks really cool. I really like what they did with it in this game. Then I got Return of Zoro. I actually spelled a little bit differently here, but hey. Actually pretty good. GI6, I must admit. So yeah. And those are pretty cool too. So yeah. Again, there's a lot of custom 8.6 in this game. So yeah. Then we got Shadow Ice's AE Supra. I also kind of like what this looks like too. Again, I kind of wish she did use the A70 Supra like she did before, but this is cool either way. So yeah. And then finally we got, I mean, not finally because there's still Pursuit Tail Gunner. You know, Dying Star's car. And again, the quote on the front here, it's very fitting for his character, that's eventual, so yeah. And yeah, I do like the G2 a lot as well, so that's cool. And then finally we got Tail Gunner. Of course, the custom RX-7 that the suit Tail Gunner drives. And yeah, it looks quite like what he looked like in Tokyo Shimasa Drift 2, actually, now I think about it, so yeah. But anyway. After with all that expedition done, let's head out. We still can get even faster with this card too, and that's really cool something, so yeah. Alright, let's finally take them down. Club Garuda. They've been causing so much trouble for everyone, so yeah, let's do something about it. And it looks like we're going to start with this guy here, which isn't the most convenient because that means, yeah, we need to drive down here, but that's okay. So yeah, like I said, yeah, I kind of want to talk a little bit about mechs now, so... And this also relates to another topic too, so yeah. But anyway, so yeah, again, mecha anime, it's not something I'm like extremely invested, but again, it's like, yeah, it is definitely a very important part of Japanese culture, which is why, again, it kind of intrigues me quite a bit. Like, yeah, there's a lot of series, anime that reference, okay, this doesn't actually work out very well, because he wants to go Haneda. So, so that didn't work out. Is there something else I can do on this day, then? This is why you don't always chaz the traffic cars. They can lead you to who knows where, so yeah. Alright, is there a Wanderer I could take down at least? I mean, we can go back to the park area, so that's cool, I guess. There's these two here. Ah, Redstorm and Sheikspring. I guess this is not the worst thing in the world. But it does seem that, yeah, I'm probably gonna cut after I take down Redstorm. Redstorm should keep it on Wangan, so yeah. I hope. So yeah. So I think, yeah, because of my little blunder there, I'm gonna cut and then we're gonna take on Redstorm. So I guess it's not the worst thing in the world, but again, oh, this is even worse. I'm not even going towards the party area, so... Oh dear. I think we're just gonna end the day. We're gonna waste this day. I mean, yeah, again, we do need to get to day 70, but I don't think this is what I had in mind. So yeah, again, traffic cars are annoying sometimes. Alright, are they still all around at least? Yeah, they are. So down there, down there, down there, down there. So yeah, so I think it was the second one? The third one actually, yeah, the third one, he's a little bit closer to this, so yeah. So this time, yeah, I'm gonna go past that junction, and then we will... We're gonna go past that junction, and then we will start to your traffic cars, so yeah. Anyway, yes, again, I don't really want to restart the part, because, again, I'm pretty happy with what happened with Cruiser Devil and Pursuing Tail Gunner. It's a wonder, though. Is that, yeah, that actually kind of works out, so never mind. I skipped that day on purpose, let's just say. Because now I can take down one of the wonders via takedown, so that's awesome. But yeah, so this is definitely going to help our BP situation. Alrighty, Red Storm. He's the only rival in the game that tries the Velfire, so yeah. But we're still not going to take him. I mean, we'll see if we need the Nitro. I feel like we might need to because the Velfire is still kind of good, so yeah. So anyway. Let's see what his acceleration is like. And again, I'm going to hope that he could keep on walking. Unfortunately, it's not actually that good. So yeah. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if this thing, you know, surprised me a little bit, but we shall see. And yeah, you need to have like 400 wins, I think it was, to battle him, and traffic cars count. So yeah, he's not too bad. So there we go. Another Wonder of Fear, and again, that's going to help our BP a lot. So I'm happy with that. Alright, so back to the way I'm next. Again, like I said, yeah, again, I don't really watch mecha anime. I mean, the closest thing was Code Geass back in the day, actually, with my brother. But I think that was more so because of, you know, the political intrigue. I think that's what made that series super interesting. But yeah, I think the mix is like kind of a side thing. But again, it was, you could definitely call it mecha though. That's really all I remember. I didn't watch Gundam. So again, other than that, it's mainly like other things too. Like, games. Yeah, so, one of my favorite RPG series is the Xenoblade series, and the Xenoblade series is basically all known for mechs. I wouldn't say all known, but yeah. In fact, yeah, we're not just talking Xenoblade, we're also talking about the other Xeno games too. Like Xenogears, and then Xenosaga. So yeah, again, mechs always play a pretty big role in every Xeno game. So yeah, because yeah, the creator of the series loves mechs, so it makes sense that yeah, it would be a thing. So yeah. So again, yeah, that's kind of where, you know, my interest in mechs mostly comes from. Of course, yeah, you have funny references like with Crimson Devil as well. So yeah. So there's also that. And like I said, yeah, I do think that is a pretty important part. And then of course, yeah, we talked about Super Sentai earlier, but yeah, the Power Rangers, yeah. And what do they like to transform into? What they like to use? Yeah, giant robots. You could definitely call those mechs too. So yeah. And then of course there's another series too that I also want to talk about a bit too. They again, like I said, my knowledge isn't that great because again, like I said, I don't really consume mecha media that much. It's really an outside thing, like I mentioned the Xenoblade series, so yeah. So again, like yeah, there's definitely series that do focus on them a little bit, but yeah, it's never really like the main focus of what I watch or play, so yeah. Anyway. Let's rate it back to something else. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about Transformers. Now, this is another topic that could go on for a little bit. I kind of want to rate to mechs, because again, we did take on Crimson Devil, so yeah. I want to relate it back to that, because again, it's kind of similar in that regard. Also, I think we're about to take him on. Yes, we're about to take on Mad Bomber, or we are going to be taking on Mad Bomber. We finally get to avenge Until Virus, maybe? It's a bit hard to say what Mad Bomber did to her, but yeah. And yeah, you may notice I'm in the TV of the team, which I found very strange. But I think it actually relates to something I read on TV Tropes, which I kind of want to get up, so yeah. Now, we're definitely going to have the BP to get the engine, at least soon. You might need to beat the first or next boss first, but we shall see. But yeah, it does look like, yeah, I definitely want to be taking down the Wanderers because, yeah, I'm not going to be able to afford our next car yet. So, yeah, for the next stage, if I keep swinging BP like this, so yeah. But hey, at least now we are pretty good when it comes to, what am I trying to say, for the other Wanderers, are pretty good when it comes to, you know, needing half of them, so yeah, that's fine. Anyway, so yeah. Where's the last member? Yes, I'm pretty sure only one member Kagura left. He's down there, so past that quickly. Good to know. So we'll take on some other dudes in the meantime. And yeah, the thing Kagura should end the night because yeah, we're done with Rise of New Generation, so yeah. Anyway, so yeah, back to talk about let's talk about Transformers now. So again, it's not really a series I'm very familiar with. I must admit, the only thing is I feel like I watched the 2007 movie by Michael Bay. But again, that's it. That's really all I know about the series. Except for the fact that, yeah, again, the Transformers turn to real-life cars, in that movie at least, and in fact, yeah, other media too. Which, yeah, again, that definitely is where the interest comes from. But again, there isn't much else, though, is the thing, because it's like, yeah, I didn't play any Transformers games, and then Transformers never really fit in well with the racing games, so then it's like, yeah, the series never really, you know, was one of my main interests because of that, so yeah. So that's a thing. But again, I still find it interesting to learn about these, because again, it's still, you know, kind of based on real life. Again, you know, mechs that can transform into everyday cars or other things, like guns apparently, and boomboxes. Actually, now I think about the boombox one might be related to Yu-Gi-Oh, but anyway. Again, and also animals too. Like, yeah, Transformers is not just cars like I thought it was. There's a lot more to it than that, and it's a very long running series too. So yeah. So that's kind of interesting. So yeah. Again, like I said though, I feel like I would enjoy it more if I was more of a mech enthusiast, I feel like, because I feel like that's where a lot of the enjoyment comes from. Because again, it's like, yeah, it's a series where, yeah, you see these, you know, two factions fighting each other. That's what this feels like. Trying to blend this aside too. I feel like, yeah, that's where, you know, the main intrigue comes from, it feels like, so yeah. So, again, it's, I don't know if I would consider it one of my main interests, because again, my main interest is obviously gaming and cars, so yeah, again, I don't know how Transformers have fit into that, but again, like I said, at least it sounds interesting. Again, it's fun to learn about too, because again, there's a lot to it, because again, long-running series, all about, you know, has a lot of cartoons, movies obviously, extremely extensive toy line too. Which again, yeah, it wasn't something I was personally interested in too. Again, like I said, I think there's like other series too, which yeah, there was another series that could come to mind too. And you know Killing Machine for a long time, so that's cool. But yeah, there's another series I mentioned in the last part, but yeah, Hot Wheels. Yeah, I liked Hot Wheels a lot too. And I've definitely got my fair share of Hot Wheels cars in my room actually, so yeah. So there's that. That was definitely one of the series that, yeah, I remember, you know, collecting a lot, so yeah. It's again, you know, it's toy cars. I really like that, so yeah. But again, with Transformers, it wasn't really anything like, there wasn't the drive to do that again. I really wanted something that could, I mean, yeah, I really wanted something that was more car-based, I guess. Again, yeah, the older Transformers series didn't really appear on my radar as well, so yeah. Again, it's mostly a series that now I kind of look back on a bit fondly, to be honest, because again, it kind of, you know, reminds you of, you know, simpler times when you're a kid, you know, so yeah. That's kind of one cool thing about it, so yeah. So again, yeah. Again, like I said, unfortunately I can't say much, because again, it's not something I would consider one of my main interests, but again, it's the least interesting thing about this again. There is still that relation to one of my main interests, so yeah, because again, you had that Michael Bay movie, which again, yeah, I don't remember much about it. I think diehard Transformers fans don't like it because it's a complete different direction. But I don't know. I think it was fine, at least in my opinion. So yeah, I think it was fine. And again, you got to see a lot of cool cars. Like yeah, there's a lot of GM cars in that. Like yeah, of course, our main guy Bumblebee. The main car he was the 2007 Chevy Camaro concept car. So yeah. But then there was others too. I think it was like Jazz or something like that. He was a Pontiac Solstice, I believe. And then yeah, as the series would go on, I believe there's 3 Michael Bay Transformers series. There's a lot of interesting cars that you would see. Like yeah, sports cars and supercars were like the main thing. But you also had like, you know, trucks, SUVs and stuff like that. Of course, you know, Optimus Prime, he's a truck, so yeah. And yeah, speaking of him too, yeah, I think one reason why Transformers kind of appeared on my radar again, one reason, other than my friend talking about it a lot, was that yeah, this guy drives this. We haven't actually seen any of this guy yet. This is the Hakusuka, the first Skyline GTR, so yeah. That's interesting. We'll definitely talk about this car more later, but yeah. Because there's quite a few rivals who use it, mostly Wanderers, so yeah. The thing about though is you never need to buy it, so yeah, unlike the 240 set, which again, we'll talk a bit more about later, but anyway, he was very annoying though, I must admit, so yeah, we'll get past him, and he crashed, there we go. We'll slow down a little bit, because I'm pretty sure Thunder Road is about to come out, so yeah. And anyway, you'll be able to take out Garuda, so that's cool. So yeah, here he comes. And yeah, guess what, he drives a, I believe it's a BR set, isn't it? I think I saw the Subaru badge at the back, so yeah. Yeah, like I said, a lot of rivals that use this car, and yeah, I was right, it's a BR set. He's not letting us go though, despite the fact that yeah, I do have that really nice engine upgrade, and yeah, we can now get engine level 7 too, so yeah, that's awesome. So yeah, battling Red Storm actually helped us in that regard, so yeah. That's very nice that we did that, because yeah, for what's coming up, we definitely want engine level 7, so yeah. Yeah. So there we go. So yeah. And we also get his car too. Again, like I said, you got a lot of those. But anyway, was there anything else I want to say about that topic? I think that went actually pretty good, to be honest. Talking about the Transformers a little bit, so yeah. Again, that's mainly everything. Again, I wish I knew more, but again, having more to learn though is definitely not a bad thing though, because again, I like to learn things, so yeah. So I'll definitely take that. But anyway. So yeah, we got these two showing up again. Walking through the park, and you happen to run into every little bit warrior and Shua Strong. Even more familiar faces I've gathered around. Yo, literally, Street Race, it's been a while. Oh yeah, got enough combination? You're special, take 2. Bro, nobody knows what to do with a huge 2-liter ball suddenly shot at them. Not to mention a pair of them. Bonsoir. Buenas noches. See you next week. Well, I've heard all about you. Seems you're more active than ever lately. I heard you beat down some rookie street racers so bad they can't race anymore. You're scary that you look. Kidding, just kidding. I know very well you're not that kind of person. Yeah, exactly. Don't worry, everyone knows. It's just a stupid rumor. Excuse me, we're about to go race around the Bayshore line together. You'd like to join us? Getting to know Eternal Polaris, talking with her, I realized something. Staying on your own doesn't mean acting all alone. It means deciding where you belong by yourself. We ain't a team, so we rarely get chances to race up big groups, but I've always been curious about it. Usually I'm a wanderer cruising the street to express in search of my destined lady, but sometimes hanging with bodies like this to fill the void ain't bad either. The Bayshore wind's speaking to me. Tonight's gonna be one hell of a battle. Through their battles, a friendship that blossomed between them. Every little bit wore a smile, a bit bashy, but generally happy. Racing everyone is so much fun. All that time I spent worrying alone seems so stupid now. Just like Bruce says, we race because we want to race. That's all there is to it. Hey, you should come too. We'll be waiting at the Bayshore line. And now we're Millionaire Artisan. I think literally Serious of Bits is a bit better, but that's okay. So with the vehicle Garuda, we're gonna want TV tropes open up for this because so yeah, maybe I want to couple that so I could find it a little bit easier, but yeah. because Club Garuda mentioned something that I thought was kind of interesting. So yeah, before that though, we have a perk to unlock, so let's do that. And yeah, like I said, yeah, TXR has based on TV tropes, because why not, right? Now, unfortunately, yeah, that means that, yeah, it's gonna be a bit before we can get all the upgrades, and yeah, like I said, getting our next Carbon next stage probably won't happen at the start. So yeah, unless, you know, I'm able to take down a lot of wonders, so yeah. Look at that, there is definitely a lot of wonders you can take down. But anyway, now we are getting 80 PS from engine level 7, probably thanks to these two, so yeah. So now we're almost 600 PS. So again, I'm pretty sure we should have took down Lily Wolf now, but oh well. Because now we can actually keep up with them, so yeah. But anyway, so yeah, we did take down a Wanderer. So yeah, let me have a little look. So yeah, let's get Red Storm up here, and then we'll talk about Club Garuda. There it is, win 400,000 again, traffic costs count, so it's not that bad, so yeah. But anyway, so yeah. Yuta Takahashi, bodyguard, and yeah, he drives the Velfire. 505 PS isn't bad, but again, it's a bit of a boat, so... And apparently it's not the best acceleration, because again, it's power to weight ratio, probably is at the dumpster, so yeah. But anyway, formerly part of the Japan Ground Defense Force, formerly part of the Japan Ground Self-Defense Forces Special Forces, he is now transitioned to being a bodyguard for celebrities and corporate executives. He speaks up as gaze is sharp, as if seeing through the hearts of others, giving a unique presence. His driving, influenced by his experience with large vehicles in his previous job, is agile, and does not shy away from minor contact with opponents. His engine is finely tuned, powerful, yet controllable. So there we go. Alright, Club Garuda. A team formed made by young people with discontent and troubled hearts. Each has a strong ego and selfish nature, and no one speaks about why they choose to form a team. The leader gained fame shortly after debuting by aggressively defeating several variants, inspiring the members to follow his lead. More of individuals drawn to a dangerous aura keep joining the team, causing their influence to expand erratically. Alright. So first off, we got Dragon of Kamikaze. And yeah, he talks about, yeah... Well, he talked about when he battled him, the ultimate driver side. And he wanted to try and experience himself, so he started racing, so yeah. Thinking most managers press accelerate seekers don't touch this, so yeah. That's kind of why he's considered, and his name comes with his favorite cockpit friend too. Then you got Sports Slayer, who drives a custom car. He has a mohawk, and apparently his friendly to be is unchanged with anyone. And he never really trusts anyone. Adaptable error-free driving because of veteran aura. Although he has no glaring weakness, he also lacks standard strengths. Alright. Then we got Vanishing Point, who drives the Hakusuka. Apparently he's secretly the son of a politician, and planning to retire from racing at 25 into politics. Interesting enough, so yeah. Considering wow, this team, it probably wouldn't end very well, so yeah. Then we got Delta Brutus, the newest member, and he's inspired because of the team, so yeah. And apparently he still sends something in Thunder Road's driving beyond Reckless Conquest, and is also seen racing alongside Bad Bomber, so yeah. Alright, now let's talk about the big three of the team. You got Anti-Road Killer, you got Bad Bomber, and then we got Thunder Road, the team leader, so yeah, let's talk about them. First up we got Anti-Road Killer, Ayumu Hori, police officer, the only sensible member of the team, and particular police officer, joined the team fascinated by Thunder Road's fierce yet vibrant driving. He worries about the team's increasing aggression, staying to monitor them. He controls the team, preventing major violent incidents, and supports the leader by tuning his machine. He himself excels in clever technical driving. So this guy, he's strongly based off Brian O'Connor from the Fast and Furious race, because yeah, he's an undercover cop, and he also drives a silver R34, so yeah. So that's interesting. Another interesting thing about him is that out of these three, he's the super ego of the team. Something that, yeah, again, TV tropes mentioned. So yeah, that's why we're talking about all three, because again, all of them make up the Freudian trio as the trope goes. So yeah. But anyway, next up, of course, probably the main guy of the team, even though like he's not the team leader. Bad Bomber, Kotaro Yoshiwara, Model Gunshot Bud. Seeking working to expand Club Root into a massive evil team. Previously kicked out another team because he underestimated the weak impacts despite his strength. Now he plans to distill fear and control to build an empire while gaining wealth from the shadows. His defensive driving is unmatched, blocking opponents as if he has eyes in the back of his head, showcasing his overwhelming strength when leading. So he is, he would be the ego, right? I think. No, he's actually the id of the team, so yeah. The next guy's the ego, so yeah, there you go. Because again, he's ambitious and stuff, so yeah. And yeah, when I did see the name, I actually thought that he might have been a member of another team, because that team has names based on bombs and terrorism and stuff, let's just say, so yeah. But he's not, he's part of a new team. Anyway, now we got Thunder Road, driving his custom BRZ. Shin Yamada, part-timer, began driving to vent unbearable anger and was eventually pushed into becoming team leader. Watching the team grow uncontrollably, he sometimes feels frustrated with his members, questioning why they need to plot together, the machine meant to give freedom. He continues driving, hoping that reaching the top might change something, but feels that anger will never disappear. Nonetheless, he steps on the exterior with raw emotion, so yeah. And with process elimination, he's the ego of the team, so yeah, because he's like unexperienced and stuff, so yeah. Again, if you want to learn more about the series, I think TV is actually not a bad place to go, so yeah, because you learn actually quite a bit. Again, some of it might be speculation, but I think there's no real problem with that, so yeah. But anyway, so with that done, all we need to do, oh, I'm going to say all, there's still a decent amount to do. We still need to take down the Rise of the New Generation, which, that looks like an interesting battle. But yeah, we also got Unlimited and New Limited take on 2, and then Return of Mars is also going to be a bit of a while, so yeah, so there's still going to be a bit to do, and yeah, our BP situation isn't the best because I decided to buy all those extra cars, but that's okay. Again, you probably want to save them for the end of the game probably, and then just, you know, use your extra BP there, but that's okay. Because getting a new car for the next stage helps out tremendously. But anyway, South Civic, yeah, 600 PS. Yeah, it's definitely going to be quite the interesting thing to drive now. So yeah, anyway, yeah. So yeah, we took down Cruiser Devil, we took down Club Garuda. Next time we're going to be doing the Rise of the New Generation scenario. Let's run because we want to run. A very cool time, I must admit. So yeah, look forward to that, and I'll see you guys again for that.